Well, hi, and welcome back to our discussion of Caribbean geology. This will be part five. We'll continue with the Greater Antilles, this time the island of Puerto Rico. In high school, I had a friend of mine from Puerto Rico, and he used to tell me that uh, Puerto Rico and Cuba are the two wings of the same bird. Uh, Perhaps it is because the uh, Cuban and Puerto Rican flag are nearly identical, only the colors are transposed. In any case, the island of Puerto Rico is about 105 miles long by 35 miles in width. The Brownstone Trough, or the so-called Puerto Rico Trench, lies just north of the island, and it drops down to a very serious depth of 27,552 feet. Wow. Uh, The island of Puerto Rico sits on a plateau-like ridge that also holds the Virgin Islands that lie to the east. South of the island of Puerto Rico, the sea drops to a depth of about 17,000 feet. So, again, deep waters. The Anegada Passage that we have talked about before separates Puerto Rico from the Lesser Antilles. On the west side of the island, the Mona Passage, with water depth somewhere in the range of 1,200 to 3,700 feet, uh, separates Puerto Rico from the island of Hispaniola. Please refer to the sketch map that I have provided here for you. The central part of the island of Puerto Rico is comprised by a rugged mountain range, what is called the Cordillera Central, uh, that runs pretty much in an east-west direction. A complex of basement rocks makes up the core of the central ridge. The average elevation of this range is about 2,000 feet above sea level, and the highest peak is Cerro de Punta at about 4,356 feet above sea level. The Sierra de Luquillo and the Rio Grande Scenic Area occupy the eastern edge of the island. Well, the historical geological development of the island of Puerto Rico should not catch you by surprise. It's pretty much what we have talked already about the how the Greater Antilles came into being. Keep in mind that the island of Puerto Rico consists of an extinct volcanic island arc terrain that started to form in Mesozoic time. Uh, the island began as an active volcanic arc related to the subduction of the Pacific tectonic plate beneath the western coast of South America. Uh, During the Cretaceous period into the Eocene epoch, the island arc was propelled northward and eastward as the North American tectonic plate and the South American tectonic plate pushed westward around the newly created Caribbean tectonic plate. An older series of tilted, folded, and overturned strata is found in the northeast of Puerto Rico. Folds tend to strike northwest southeast, and they're interrupted by flexures that extend pretty much in a north south direction. A younger series of structures is found on the northern side of the island. The area is elevated but not strongly deformed. Uh, the south side of the island is gently folded and faulted. The Mesozoic to Eocene orogenic episodes that we could recognize in Cuba are imprinted in the older system of bedrock found in the island of Puerto Rico. But notice that only one post-Cretaceous to Eocene orogenic episode is distinguishable in Puerto Rico, in contrast to Cuba. The Cenozoic history in general appears to have been one of little structural deformation. Important lithologies in Puerto Rico can be subdivided into the Mesozoic system and the Cenozoic system. Starting with the Mesozoic, we should say that an older volcanic system of Cretaceous age contains deformed and faulted volcanic tuff, volcanic ash, and intrusive igneous rocks, as well as some sedimentary rocks such as limestone, shale, and conglomerate. This system is found in the central and the southern parts of the island of Puerto Rico. As far as the Cenozoic strata goes, a younger system of Oligocene and Miocene shales, sandstone, and reef limestones rests unconformably on the older bedrock. The younger sedimentary strata are found as marginal deposits on the north and the south sides of the island. Puerto Rico is a beautiful island. The photograph that you see here, taken by Molly Champion, illustrates the topography in the Rio Grande area of Puerto Rico, located on the eastern edge of the island, north of the Sierra de Luquillo. Well, now we have completed part 5, so we're ready to go to part 6, which would be still in the Greater Antilles, and this would be the island of Jamaica.